So we're in the arena on what would normally be the last day of our little festival, windy but dry. Anyone that knows me would feel the pain I am going through this side of the camera. Yes, I am more comfortable looking at the viewfinder than the lens. But I really want to show you what the farm looks like before the setup begins and the backstory of some of the projects we've done to improve the festival. We do listen, and when we have funds, we do spend on improvements and tweaks. Let's get the bad news out of the way first, then we can move on to the better stuff. As you've probably heard, we held the faith for as long as we could, but sadly government guidelines have made it clear that no live music will be permitted at present, and it's not fair on everyone to hold on any longer, and we had hoped that this would not apply to outdoor festivals like ours. But it was not to be, and sadly we're out of time, so we are rescheduling to July 21. We do appreciate your patience while we worked hard with others to pull our festival off in August. So how's the all-important 21 lineup, you may ask? If you remember, we started with Skipinnish and had a swap to Skerryville. Well, we're back to Skipinnish for 21, and other than that, all the rest of the original 20 lineup remains the same. So a fabulous lineup to look forward to in 2021. Now the good stuff. We have laid an additional 500 metres of water pipe, and we have increased the number of water taps around the site. To complement this, and in line with many other festivals, we'll be phasing out one-use water bottles, and we'll be supplying our own branded bottles with the generous help from our brand new environmental sponsor, SES Auto Parts. We have also been very busy this winter laying 1,000 metres of land drain to help drainage in both the arena and camping fields in case we are unlucky enough to get a wet year. We moved 100 tonnes or more of soil in the woods to raise the height and give us a level area for a dance floor and double the size of the Woodland Fringe marquee, so we can add a new ceilidh session in there. We also have a new sing-around marquee a bit further down in the woods. Both the new sing-around marquee and the enlarged Woodland Fringe will both be running from Thursday. Moving the sing-arounds to its own Woodland marquee will allow more local artists to play on the Thursday Fringe stage. While we were looking at the Woodland area, did you know that this area was so overgrown that you could not see into it? So walking through it was an impossibility. Here is Phil Francis, as always by my side and up to his knees in mud. We worked hard to turn it into the tranquil space that you see today. This is also the same story for the pond area that started life as a dew pond. We cleared the worst out of the scrub, made a mess and let nature work its magic. John and Jojo have taken up the mantle around the pond and have made it the beautiful tranquil oasis that it is today. So this area is called the Sling. In our dad's day it was meadowland and cut for hay. So 30 years of neglect had allowed willow and scrub to grow up in this area and ditches to disappear. Phil and I got stuck into this project over 2018-19. It was hard, muddy work and looked pretty bleak when we'd finished, but a bit of grass seed and Mother Nature has restored it to its former glory, and next week we'll be baling hay in there again. So the biggest news has to be my latest vision that also started back in 2018. The environmental impact of generators has always concerned us, and fortunately we're one of the few festivals that could do something about it as we own our own farm. We're also very aware that we do not have showers. 5 days is a long time to manage without one, but the cost of hiring and managing showers made it prohibitive for us. I found that New Forest Leader were offering EU grants for rural businesses, and one strand was to encourage diversification on farms such as tourism. This was perfect for us, and I applied for a grant for a new 3-phase National Grid electric supply and 2 4-bay shower units. And we're fortunate to get a lot of support from our traders, suppliers and local businesses. The process took nearly a year to get our grant approved and proceed. In July 2019 we signed the paperwork, and by December we had 2 electric poles, a transformer installed in the camping field under our 11,000 volt electric lines. Our good friend Terry Smith, who also happens to be our main sponsor, worked through 2019 and 20 to get completed the electric installation. More than 1 kilometre of armoured cable has been laid, giving power to all parts of the site, including stage, the pond, woodland fringe for the shower blocks, and a special charging station for the disabled to use to charge their wheelchairs. All of this would not have been possible without the help and support of Terry. I had a vision, and Terry took my vision and ran with it and added bells to it. Now, I may be wrong, and I have asked this question far and wide, but I have not been able to find another greenfield festival that runs entirely off the national grid and without a whiff of diesel or the sound of a generator on site. 2020, we managed to purchase the 2 full bay shower blocks and planted an onion in the camping field. Well, it's actually a big waste storage tank really, but we call them onions because of their shape. So now you'll be able to have showers over the weekend. If this is not enough, we have laid more than 150 tonnes of road planings. That's what we get when we rip up the tarmac on the roads, while we managed to relay the road from gate 1 over the concrete bridge and the camping field, an area in front of the office and our main track, and into the artist's car park. Anyhow, thanks for all your support over the years, and it won't be long before we'll be sampling Helen's food and Jojo's rhubarb cider, and the 6X for me. Stay safe and keep the social distancing going.